Hello everyone. Today we are going to introduce the diesel generator set genset. Before putting it into operation, let us go over the necessary checks and preparations. Step 1. Check if the engine oil level of the genset is sufficient. Each genset is equipped with an oil dipstick located at the lower section of the engine. Pull it out to check the oil level on the dipstick. The oil level should be between the min and max lines. If so, it means the oil level meets the requirements. Step 2. Check the coolant antifreeze of the genset, which is filled inside the radiator water tank. Looking upwards, open this radiator cap. Reach in with a finger. If you can feel the coolant, it indicates that the radiator is fully topped up. Then screw the cap back on tightly. Step 3. Fill the genset with diesel fuel. Here is the fuel inlet. This model features a base fuel tank under base tank. Another type is the split type remote fuel tank. Showing this is a split type fuel tank. This position is the fuel inlet. On its side there is a breather valve used for venting air. This is the fuel level gauge dipstick, which displays the remaining fuel level. Here is the fuel inlet port. And here is the fuel return port. After filling up with diesel, we need to press the manual priming pump, hand pump, to bleed purge the air out of the fuel system. While bleeding the air, we can also inspect the fuel lines of the genset. This is the fuel inlet hose. Here is the hose clamp. Check it to ensure it is not loose. This one is the fuel return hose, which also has a clamp. Inspect it as well to ensure it is secure. Of course, the size, shape, and location of the priming pump may vary depending on the genset model. However, the priming pump is generally located next to the diesel fuel filter. Step 4. Check the wiring of the circuit breaker. Here we have 3 phase lines live wires and 1 neutral line. Sized and match the cables according to the capacity of the genset. The 3 output phase lines are connected out and the neutral line is connected out. At this stage, it is critical to ensure that our switch is in the off-open position. Once the genset has fully started and reached the required rated power output, you can switch on close the circuit breaker. This action is also known as closing the breaker loading. Step 5. Check the battery cable connections. Before leaving the factory, we have already completed the basic wiring. Prior to use, you need to make the final connection. Connect this cable right here. Turn this battery isolator switch 90 degrees clockwise to switch it to the on position. At this moment, power will be supplied to our control module controller. The control screen will then illuminate and stay on, confirming that the battery switch is turned on. Now, if we are operating in standalone mode, press the manual mode button and then press the start button. The genset will start running automatically. Once the genset is fully started and stabilizes at the required frequency, voltage, and output power, switch on close the circuit breaker. This is called closing the breaker. Applying load. When shutting down the machine, simply press the stop button. The genset will automatically enter the cool down and deceleration phase before stopping. After the engine comes to a complete standstill, turn off the main power switch and then turn off the circuit breaker by pulling it down to disconnect the load output.